Welcome back, everybody, to a new playthrough. This is going to be a little bit in my wheelhouse, a little bit not. The game is called Tiny Metal. Tiny Metal. Gonna adjust a couple little things here. We'll start a new game. I'm gonna change the audio over to blips and beeps. Because there's no English. There is English language, but the dialogue isn't in English, so I'm just going to switch it over to beeps. Oops. And voice language English, that's fine. And we will new game this. Yeah, we're going to clear out our save. I've only played up to about, I don't know, episode 5 or 6 of this before I basically gave it up. Depending on how this goes, I may have to take a break in October for my normal October bullshit. 50 years have passed since the worldwide conflict known as the Great War. After much devastation and bloodshed, mankind fully put down its arms, at last gaining a moment of respite. Scars of war ran deep, and the planet was covered in dense, impenetrable miasma several miles deep. The effect from the weapons that were used during the war still causes electronic interference, rendering technology unreliable at best, and humanity has faded into darkness, a shadow of its former glory. The fight for survival over the remnants of civilization led to numerous conflicts over scarce resources as well after the Great War. Tragedy was painted over by further tragedy and mankind continuing its spiraling downfall. The kingdom of Artemisia. Nation filled with beautiful mountains and forests, rivers and valleys, was ever the target of its jealous neighbors, could not remain unscathed from the cauldron of war. Artemisia was forced to continually defend its borders, every time its wary defenders successfully repelling the invaders. Battle of Zelter's Artemisia's last known conflict. Records is as another invasion into Artemisian territory, only just successfully repelled by its ardent defenders. A brief period of peace came to the people of Artemisia. However, no one was aware of the sinister shadow left behind from the conflict. Until one day, the Artemisian king's royal plane was shot down. The king of Artemisia was viciously shot down and ruthlessly killed on return from a diplomatic mission. And a sudden attack from an unidentified aircraft, sending great ripples of grief and agony throughout the kingdom. Amongst the missing was the hero of Zeltzer, Colonel Luja Lindenberg, a distinguished officer who led Artemisia into a miraculous victory, was aboard an escort fighter, which was never to be found. Peaceful Artemisia held their breath in anticipation of the peoples over the fate of their decorated war hero. Further visual analysis from the footage, required by the only surviving escort fighter, analysis were able to determine the mastermind of the assassination. Self-isolating mysterious nation of Zipang. While the shogunate of Zipang held countless debates over the issue, Citizen of Artemisia filled their hearts with rage. Lord Isiro Tsukamoto, ruling lord of the influential Tsukumo clan, well-respected leader and warrior known for his valor and sense of justice. Assassination of a foreign king of no interest. The accusation was beyond comprehension for the Zipanese high command. Oh God. A dishonorable act at best, impossible for a nation that values honor and duty above all else. Verified their military deployment logs for that day, showing no military aircraft was flown out of their airspace. Believing this a trap, Tsukamoto counseled caution and discretion. However, the Tara clan, who had a similar standing to the Sumoko clan, spoke out against the Artemisian slander's accusation, calling insult a stain on Zipang's honor and international representation. and insisted that the only answer to grave and heinous act was a punitive military action against Artemisia. Tsar Tataraz's passion called to action, stuck a note with the Japanese high command, and after conferring with each other, decided to strategize a retaliatory action. Full invasion was never planned. The attack was simply to give a premonition, a something response. A single infantry division of zipping mercenaries set forth upon the rough seas, the kingdom of Artemisia firmly in their sight. Of the Artemisian northwest region, coastal defense, Nathan Grace and his forces received intel on the impending attack of the inbound Japanese forces. Not fully recovered from the wounds from Zeltzer, battle-worn nation musters a soldier once again to answer the call to war. The fight begins here as sparks of conflict fly and starting to fuel once more on the ever-growing pyre of yet another great war. I cannot give up on the idea that the king and the colonel are still... I can't give up on the idea that the king and the colonel are still alive. Colonel Lindenberg and our king have to be alive somewhere, just waiting to be rescued. He must be somewhere. As the unit responsible for the Army's coastal defense, we must find out the location of our king and the colonel's aircraft by any means possible. Either they had to ditch their aircraft at sea, or crashed on a coastline, finding shelter in the cove. They must be out there, waiting to be found. Commander, a report from our recon team signals for an unidentified source near the coast. Could it be the Colonel Lumber's craft washed ashore? We're not receiving a response, sir. The source of the signal is approaching our position. It's here, sir. It appears to have washed up on shore. To Orange Alert, continue hailing them. I'm heading to the command center. The management is creating too much electronic interference and lowering our visibility range. Please let it be Colonel Lindenberg. If you read, I repeat, identify yourself. No response. Assume unidentified unit is a threat and prepare to engage. All units, battle stations. Yes, sir. This is Lieutenant Nathan Grace of the Armesian First Army. Identify unit. Halt your advance immediately. This is not a warning. This is an order. Further incursion will be seen as an active invasion of Artemisia. No response. They're continuing towards us. We have no choice. All units prepare to intercept. Without a drill, must stop their advance here. Yes, sir. Colonel Lindbergh missing. It's all up to me now. We're at combat readiness. Alright, let's practice movement. Select a unit to move. Tiles can be highlighted in blue. Once you have moved, please select another action. You can cancel order even if you make a mistake, so stay calm if you made a mistake. You can cancel a given order even if you make a mistake. Okay. Roger that, sir. Don't push yourself, soldier. After movement, watch as our vision expands. Sir, we have sighted the enemy. Close in on your target and attack. If possible, flank the enemy by attacking from sides or behind. Flanking deals increased damage and crit chance. Thank you, sir. I will try to do that. This is usually a pretty straightforward game. Just have to remember how to play it is all. Been about 2 years, I'd say. Tried it out to see if it'd be playable on the channel. Yeah, that's a bunch of nothing, I guess. Oh, that was actually a... Oh, shit. I don't see colors great. That's my bad. I didn't realize that was... Sir, the enemy is counterattacked. Calm down, soldier. Let me think. I know. Take this to the hills. Force nails provide defense, reducing damage received. Look at the bottom right of the tactical screen for defensive values. Should be able to see the details. Acknowledged. And don't push squad too hard. Once the unit size diminishes, damage dealt to the enemy will also decrease. Statement will apply to the enemy as well. If you can reduce the enemy unit size, then in turn will be taking less damage too. Or it's he who strikes first wins, correct? By taking the initiative and attacking first, you can take advantage. Acknowledged and understood, sir. Kinda wish I wasn't an idiot and
Sir, your orders?
such a fucking dumbass. Alright, let's restart this mission. So I'm not such a big dumbass. We need metal. Yeah, we're gonna fast forward here. That's great. Alright, take two. We're going to surround this guy. We're going to shoot him by locking on. And then we're going to attack him or do a group attack with his other one so he dies immediately and doesn't do any counter damage to me. Focus fire. And now they're dead. Dead. And that's how you do it. Now they're gonna come in here. Oh, I was gonna say. There, it's counterattacked! Yes, calm down, let me think. Hills, forest, and hills should provide defense, reducing damage received. Knowledge. Again, don't push the squad too hard. Same rules apply to the enemy. Okay, great. This will give me an opportunity to move up here. We'll lock down. You'll come over to here. And you will attack. I misunderstood which was which, even though I was looking directly at the numbers and one said 100% and the other one said 39%. I misunderstood. Now I'm going to take more damage. I thought that would work. Not what I was expecting. Well, finish him off now. Alright. Fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Mush. And we'll get rid of the other guy by doing this.
Your orders?
And they're dead. All units casualty report. Banner, we found this. Must be the enemy's crest. I have little information on Zipang, but it seems to be from the famous Sumoko clan. I mean the units are under Lord Sumoko's plans are behind the invasion. I mean the isolated enemies of Zipang. You know, within the Egnac country, it's the Zukumo clan crest, which is said to be one of the highest ranking vassals of the shogunate. King Colonel's aircraft crash landed in Zipang territory. Radio attack makes it clear that Colonel's aircraft suffered critical damage. All I need to know is we need to find that aircraft, whether Colonel survived the crash or not. Are we clear? Yes, sure. Commander of the remaining hostile forces seem to be in full retreat. Ready a routing force immediately to pursue the enemy. Yes, sir. Watch over me now, Colonel Limburg. We will bring justice for you and our king. I see, they finally mobilized their force. Wolfram. Cannot let this opportunity pass. Time to make contact with the Artemisians. Hooray! This is the next mission, which, as you can see, I've already done, but that's okay. We're going to come back and do it again because it's remembering my last playthrough. Long wolf, play map. After several defense against the invading Japanese force, Artemisia and Nathan's force began a counterattack against the Japanese. The objective was Tokijima. With the Moto clan crest left from the initial contact, it was clear the enemy Moko clan. Nathan and Artemisian first faced yet another trial by fire. And we're approaching the island. Our crew prepare for landing. Action. Our objective is to secure Yokojima under Japan control. Hold on, are these Japanese reinforcements? Hold your fire, we're not Japanese military, we are the White Fang. White Fang, you must be the White Fang, the mercenaries. What is your business here? I am Wolfram, acting leader of the White Fang. We run a covert pursuit of Japanese forces when we ran into your unit. Transmission identified code, you must be Artemisians. What are you doing here? Mind telling you first why a group of mercenaries are here? I'm asking you. What are Artemisian forces doing on this island? If it's true what they say about Japanese invasion of Artemisia. Let me make this quick then. I am Ziping. I am after Ziping myself. Why don't we join forces and fight together? Why should we associate with the likes of you, a ragtag militia with no nation to call home? You don't have to if you don't want to. We just happen to have the same objectives as the Japanese army. I see your point. We do share a common enemy. Or what is your reason for pursuing the Japanese army? We are mercenaries at our business. It is our business to look for battle. What worthless dogs of war. Don't get me wrong. This is just business. If it means work, we'll fight anyone. Without compassion, we don't want to fight anyone. Iron resolve, alert mind, proven skills to finish the mission. These attributes are pride of any mercenary. Sound pretty sure of yourself. Let's set the record straight here. We are going to war for our own self-satisfaction. We aren't going to war for our own self-satisfaction. We are fighting for peace. Is that so? That's how you see it. Why don't you let us take some of the burden off your shoulders so we can contribute to your so-called peace? If you insist, we can go for a joint operation. We are the Artemisian First Army. I am Second Lieutenant Nathan Geese. The deal it is. In this moment, the White Fangs of the Orok Company will be under the command of the Second Lieutenant Nathan Grease. My call sign is Wolfram. It is a pleasure to do business with you. Commander, up ahead we've spotted the unoccupied city and factory. Alright, we're going to capture it. I see. The capturing of buildings. Use capture command on unit action menu and gain capture points equal to the size of the capturing unit. Once you've reached a certain point, you control that building. Here's I've already controlled this building. Let's do this one here. And capture building. Your job is also to capture building. Fully captured building, we need to select capture command one more time. Let's give it a go. This turn's capture points will be added on top of the previous turn. Try not to let captured units be attacked during the capturing process. One thing is unit takes casualties. It takes longer to capture a building, so be careful. Captured city will produce 100 metal coins each turn. Use those metal coins to produce military units at factories. So what I was going to say is, one of the things I understand probably very important for this game, but I kind of not a big fan of it in a human versus computer fashion is the fog of war. Because I always feel like the computer has the ability to see through the fog of war. Great, I don't like that. Look over there, a hill. Those provide great defensive bonuses. They also increase visibility. And it makes it difficult to see. So one of the things you can do is you can move yourself up onto a thing like this. Give you a better vantage point. But doesn't guarantee that you're going to... obviously you can't see beyond the boundaries of the board. But the question is there anything over there? A lot of times there is, a lot of times there isn't. But I always worry there is. Like a hidden base or a fucking bomber or something hanging out in the rafters over here where I can't see it. Lancers excel versus armored vehicles with anti-armor rocket launchers that can capture tactical, albeit slower than riflemen. grab you, I guess. So those are our mech units from Advance Wars, essentially. Except the difference is the mechs, in addition to being, well, this version of the mech, in addition to being probably a little slower and better against armor / vehicles, is also slower capturing. That's not very smart. Oh wait, never mind, they didn't take that much damage. You see a strange looking building, there might be something you can use. Like a research facility. What I intend to do, sometimes you must find information on enemies and weapons.
Sir.
The only difference with the research buildings in this game is you go up, you say capture, and they're instantly captured because there's nothing to them. They're just essentially like research facilities, so they don't give you any bonuses. They just unlock, you know, ladders from other soldiers, which I guess makes it interesting. Probably also fills you in on some of the lore, I would imagine. And we detected a moving heat signature in the forest ahead. Riflemen should be used to this, but an anti-vehicle lancer would be great against it. After capturing a factory, you can recruit a lancer. I.e., metals take a penalty to their mobility when they move through forest. Somehow escape into the forest, then we might have a chance of winning. Our problem is how to be close to them. It is quite the task to get close to them, however, there's no time to lose, right? Seems to be the case. That's obviously one of the downsides is riflemen and these whatever they call these guys cannot move very far. 3 spaces is far, but not far enough. And that means, as you may guess, vehicles can easily sneak in from slightly outside their range and deal damage to them without you being able to preemptively hit them, you know. But then again, riflemen are cheaper, so what are you gonna do? Pay more money for a reason. Bum bum ba-dum. I'm gonna produce another Lancer. Wanna see? Ta-da! Another Lancer. Gonna be more or less all Lancers going forward now that we've got a tank on the field. I got shot by a giant tank. Yeah, you're dead. Oh, nope, didn't die. That's okay. I'll just move you down south. We'll attack the tank. Fortunately, because these guys only move 2 spaces, he will not be attacking any tanks today. Eat it. Not great, I know. This is a bad trade. What are you gonna do? But I could do better than that. Like, I thought by attacking first, he'd do more damage, but then again, at 50%, they probably... Man, we got our hands on a notebook or something. It looks like a diary. A diary. One of our recon team. Strange, nonchalant writing in a diary in the middle of war. Trouble if the enemy picks us up. If we have a little spare time, can we retrieve these? Yes, ma'am. Certainly try. Where to start a log. Great. Like I said, these logs or letters are probably just, if I had to guess, probably just little tidbits to make the story more interesting.
For Artemisia. Awaiting orders.
Yeah, you're pretty much dead. I'm not really sure what I can do to save you. Because I can't get out of range of either the tank or the soldier if they choose to attack me. Either way, you'll die. However, you can also do this, which is annoying. I kill these guys, and then kill my soldier. Or this is not a smart attack, I don't think.
No mucking around.
Quick mucking around! First time I heard that, I thought they were dropping F-bombs in a game like this. I'm like, oh, what kind of game is this? And then I realized it was just British English going, mucking around, you buggers. They shouldn't talk like that. That's not how that's not how English sound.
No mucking around.
You like war sims?
Waiting.
No? That's okay. I do. I think they're a lot of fun. Particularly if they're balanced. Of course, I don't mind games as long as they make sense. Like, for instance, if you're playing, just as an example, if you're playing a World War II sim, okay? And your Germany in that game is not strong, you made a very bad mistake,
Your orders?
you know? Because that's sort of the things, if you don't make the main antagonist of that game strong, it sort of detracts from the well, A, the point of the war, and B, you know, the actual excitement. Now, if you make, say, Italy on par with Germany, then, you know, I mean, you can make them strong or however you want to do it, but I mean, like, they've got to have some downside in comparison to, like, a Germany. And then, like, well, I guess it depends on how you want to make the game. However you want to do it. I mean, that's your business, obviously, but I just feel that if you're going to make a historically accurate, like, Hearts of Iron game, you need to make sure that the main source of where the conflict is going to start, they are strong at the beginning. I thought the Artemisians were just good-for-nothing pacifists, but they've been trained well. As a person, I could care less about these Japanese. We also know Orzo is making plans to negotiate with the White Fang's main force. Good chance Orzo will contact us if we operate with the Artemisians. Going to make full use of you, young lieutenant. Okay, great. Hooray for me. Alright, we're gonna cut the episode here. When we come back, we're gonna do some more Tiny Metal.